definitely can't talk. I hope all is well with you guys. Happy Saturday. Yeah, for those who end up watching tonight, I hope you've been having a nice weekend. For those of you who catch this at a later time, I hope that, again, you've had a nice weekend and are well. Um, I'm wondering if, because I've turned the brightness down a little bit, can I wear my glasses? I would prefer to, if I can. Um, I never wear them because like the lightning is always too bright right in my face, but I feel like I need them today. What happens if I turn this off altogether? It's not too bad. I promise that I'm not going to be doing this the whole time. I just want to say something. I think it's fine without. Hopefully. We'll see. Because I really don't feel like we're having that bright light in my face. That's why I have my glasses on. But anywho, like I said, I hope you guys are all well. Sorry I'm like not doing anything yet. I'm also trying to just wait to see if people come in. So yeah, do a little bit of rambling and then get to the point. All right. So as we know, you guys obviously clicked on this because it is a new moon in Aquarius general reading. See what's going on in the energies, the collective energy, and basically want to look into what you guys are going to be manifesting and what you guys are going to be releasing at this time, because that's moon cycles are like the best times to do it. New moons, full moons, so on and so forth. Um, so even though the new moon was yesterday, yesterday meaning Friday, um, you can still feel the energy for about 3 days. So there's, you can still do manifestations and things like that if you'd like. So yeah, I figured this would be a nice opportunity to look deeper into whatever might be going on with you guys at this time. So with that said, 1 second. So yeah, we're gonna look into it and see what's going on. So Spirit might let positive energy into this reading for the collective at this time. Show the collective what they need to see at this time for their highest good when it comes to this new moon and Aquarius energy. Show them what they need to be working on when it comes to manifestations and what they could be working on releasing at this time. All right, let's get started. All right, so we have don't let your past hold you back on the bottom. And it's, sorry, I'm going to turn the music up just a tad. Yeah, so we have that energy is in the North Node. So, kind of follow where you're being guided at this time. When it comes to your North Node, you can look that up in your natal chart, whatever your like for instance for me, my North Node is in Taurus, so everybody, has different energy when it comes to that, but that's usually about like kind of your inner compass, like where are you being guided, what are you being guided to do. I'm kind of guided when it comes towards, how can I word it? Wording is all weird. My throat chakra is a little bit off. I'm not sure what that's about. Um, but yeah, like I feel that, with my Taurus being in my North Node being in Taurus, I think it's kind of saying, that, creative outlets and stuff tend to be really good for me. So be, mindful of that. That's one thing to pay attention to. Because I was just on the bottom of the deck. It's not on the main spread yet, but let's see what comes up. Thank you. Um, Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. I'm gonna take these glasses off as much as I would like to wear them, but I feel like it's too dark in here now. The lighting is just not right. Um, Not sure what's going on with the lighting today, but it is what it is. Anyway, Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. There goes those sirens. Every time I do a reading, it's sirens or something. Car alarms going on. So I think that, it's saying that, there's a time to be adaptable, right? You're in control of a lot of things, probably a lot more than you think. So, go after what you're being guided to do, what you feel guided to do. Open up to those opportunities and possibilities, because there's definitely this room for, things to happen just the way you would like them to if you go after it. All right, tell us more. What else does the collective need to know at this time? We have emotions are running high, supermoon, which makes sense because this was just a supermoon that just took place. Yeah, so your emotions are running very high right now. To understand that some of it does have to do with the moon cycles. Tell us more. I also am feeling that, perhaps whatever you're feeling guided to do, there's something emotionally attached to it. Or even whatever you're releasing could be that too. Won't know until we dive deeper into the cards, but just with the energy starting out, that's what I'm seeing. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries, which I think is the next new moon. I could be wrong. I'm not really good at knowing which one. Like, I'll know like when the cycles are happening, but like as far as like where their placements are, that part I'm not always the best with. That might be the next one. Question mark. Tell us more. Yeah, so it's definitely a time to go full force into whatever it is that you've been wanting to do. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn, along with have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. Yeah, it's like, you might have started to lose some of your faith and hope in something, whatever it is that you've been wanting to do. But they're letting you know. And again, whatever this is, you're very emotionally attached to it. Whether it's, like I said, whether it's something that you're trying to manifest or something you're releasing, either way, you're very emotionally attached to it. And there's going to be an ending of a rough cycle. So they really are calling you to go after what you want and have faith in whatever it is that you've been wanting. Let's get one more from this deck, and then we'll look into the gateway portal cards, because that can help you with manifestations and stuff, and then we'll look into the tarot portion. Thank you. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Remember how before I was saying something about my throat chakra? Perhaps some of you guys have been having a hard time communicating something to someone about something, whatever that is, whether it's in the form of a relationship or a business partnership or work-related stuff, whatever the case. I feel like communication has been kind of waning, and it hasn't been as effective as it could be. Bottom of the deck we have the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. So yeah, again, it's a lot of like action being taken right now, or needing to be taken, using your voice as a way to really truly communicate your desires and your needs at this time. Let's get one more for an overarching theme, and then we'll look into some more cards. Fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. So we got a lot of Aries energy too. So next, like if I'm correct, I could be wrong. If the next cycle is no, because I don't really know. Don't mark my words on that. A fiery climax approaches though. So there's definitely something, like there's a major ending happening somewhere for something, and then now there's about to be a passionate. I said passionate, it says fiery. But it's giving me like Ace of Wands energy. So passionate in the beginning. So we got Aries energy here more than once. You might have Aries in your chart, or they're just saying that this is a time to kind of behave like an Aries. Somebody who's very like about their business, go get them type of energy. So really, truly going after what it is that you want. Perhaps some of you remember I was saying about your following where you're being guided when it comes to your north node. Some of you might have your north node in Aries. Look that up. Look into your natal chart if you're not aware. Bottom of the deck, personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Top of the deck, show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. Remember I was saying how, again, it's about that, like that communication. It's about really using your voice, being able to amplify it. I heard amplify. Being able to really communicate what your desires are, right? Perhaps you've been kind of, hiding the true version of who you've been for so long, and now it's time for you to go after what it is that you really want. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. This is here in the middle of the deck. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing so far. And then as I split the deck that I'm going to use next, the Gateway Portal cards, we have the Central Sun, Abundance Downloads, Regeneration, Success. It's here in the middle of the deck, as well as Sirius Star, Blessings. Yes, proceed, be seen, push through. You're meant to be out there for whatever it is that you're doing. You're meant to use your voice. I feel like some of you might be doing something that has to do with like being like present, online and stuff like that, perhaps. That's what I'm kind of getting here for some. Take it as it resonates. That's not for everybody, but I am getting that could be part of it. Using your voice in a way that, as a platform to be able to actually gain abundance, podcasts, seminars, workshops, being an influencer, things like that. I feel like some of you guys are meant to do that. You might have kind of been feeling a little bit broken when it comes to doing it. Maybe you haven't seen the momentum that you've been wanting to see, but something's about to start switching and changing up. We're gonna look deeper. Okay, what we got? Earth Star activation, anchoring, grounded, action, Isis energy. So this is definitely a time to work on getting grounded, right? Feeling more secure in who you truly are. Remember that card that said, that needing to be seen, that needing to, really use your voice. This is I just heard paramount. That's not a word that I would typically use. This is paramount at this time. All right, let's get maybe 3 or 4 from this deck. And then we'll look into the tarot portion. People keep sneaking in and then they walk off. I don't know why, but it is what it is. I saw 1313 when I looked up. But hopefully this message will reach the right person who's meant to see it. All right, what we got? The divine matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, God incidences. So everything is happening exactly as God has intended, if you believe in God or the universe, whatever you would like to believe in. Nothing's just left to chance at this point. I feel like everything's been happening exactly the way it's supposed to, in divine order. It's divinely orchestrated. Everything's connected. So just pay attention to different things happening, the signs and synchronicities, right? Because there's definitely going to be signs and synchronicities happening around you that are going to help line you up with everything that it is that you've been wanting to work on. You have Akashic records, clearing old stories, releasing past lives to freedom. So you're freeing yourself from old outdated things that no longer serve you. You've learned some karmic lessons perhaps that you might have carried with you into this lifetime that needed to be learned and released, and those are things that are being released at this time. First, we're going to look deeper into what that might mean. Let's get, I think, one more from this deck would be good. Came right back out. The Central Sun, abundance, downloads, regeneration, success. So this is the time to really focus on success. There's definitely something happening and shifting here, and it's not by chance at all. It's happening in divine order and divine timing. Bottom of the deck we have Star Gathering, Stars aligned, remembering home, soul family. You're going to start this has been energy coming up a lot in a lot of the recent readings. This energy of coming into union with people who are a part of your soul tribe. These are people who you're going to meet them. You're going to be like, you're just going to feel really connected to them. You're going to be like, what the heck? Like it's going to be very, very like you've known these people forever. It's going to feel like this sense of like the sense of ease around them. Which is nice, you know. It's nice to meet people who are a lot like yourself, right? Who have, you know, the same goals, who strive for the same things. These are the type of people who you're about to start coming into connections with, so pay close attention to that. Middle of the deck, we have Hawker light codes, light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. So I will say this for some of you, you know, during this time, a lot of you might have been, remember we saw that card about emotions running high? There's a reason why. A lot of it does have to do with the fact that you're coming into your light self, your light body, right? And with that, with those upgrades, as they would call them here in the spiritual realm, you know, when you're like getting gifts and stuff like that, if you have spiritual gifts and things of that nature, you'll start noticing that when you're about to start upgrading, you'll start feeling things, different things happening in your body. You'll feel different. At first, it doesn't feel that great. You know, you might have tummy problems or headaches, things like that. You might get sick, you might get like, you know, flu-like symptoms, but not actually have the flu, like really bad cold and stuff like that, because your body is upgrading. Like I remember back in, what was it? Was it November? I believe it was November. I had a fever of, I kid you not, 102 for like, even after, like I had initially like a sinus infection and an ear infection. Once I took all the antibiotics for those things, I all of a sudden started feeling that shit again. And I'm like, did it not go away or what? But like, it wasn't so much the symptoms, but like, I just felt feverish all the time. I was waking up every day with a fever like 102, sometimes as high as 103. And I'm like, should I go to the hospital? But I feel fine other than the fever part. So you might be experiencing things like that. So pay attention to your body. Because it is actually, like, I'm not saying, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not gonna say there's nothing wrong with you. But what I will say is, like, some stuff feel like you can't really explain what's going on, and then it comes and goes, right? And it's like, you know, you'll notice like a lot of different things happening within yourself at that moment, and then you're like, oh, okay. And then you'll notice subtle differences and changes within yourself, and that's why sometimes, not always. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not gonna sit here and be saying, "Oh yeah, you know, you're perfectly fine," and then you ask, you know, you need to go to the hospital. Like, no. But what I am saying is, you'll notice, like, you know, sometimes maybe during moon cycles and stuff like that, emotionally, you might feel a certain way. You might feel really drained or tired, or you might start feeling like different little ailments that, you know, only last like a day and they go. Or, you know, some stuff might be drawn out for a little bit, and then you're like, okay, what the fuck's going on? But you're fine. And it's like, you know, so just, you know, you'll notice things like that. You'll see. Um, Top of the deck, we have star being healing codes. Important information. Wounds are healed, recharging. Yeah, your body's gonna be doing a lot of recharging during this period when you're going into this light immersion, and getting closer to being in your light body. You're gonna feel different. You will see these things happening. Yeah, so hopefully the messages resonate so far. But we're gonna tap into the tarot portion. But yeah, there's some nice stuff going on here. You know, again, you guys are, you know, there was like, you know, you might have been kind of losing your faith in your way when it comes to something that you've been really passionate about, really wanting, something that you had some emotional attachment to, that you're like, damn, like, when is it gonna get better? You know, everything's gonna shift and change. But we're seeing that, you know, as you work on releasing these old things that no longer serve you, and you allow for things to come in, you're making room for the things that you actually want. There's abundance coming in, there's happiness coming in. You know, you're upgrading. You know, literally your body's gonna be upgrading. So you're gonna be feeling a lot of different stuff. You know, your emotions are gonna be running very high at this time, but you know, it's all meant to happen this way. And this is definitely a time to really utilize your voice more. And again, for some of you, not all, take that part as it resonates, but there are going to be some of you who have been really wanting to get more present online when it comes to something you've been wanting to do. So whether it's podcasting, um, online seminars, online workshops, being an influencer, like there's going to be some type of way that some of you are going to be using your voice. And I also feel like there's going to be a sense of online presence as well for some of you. So bottom of the deck, you do have the devil. So there's, maybe some things that, you're bound to. I'm not picking up on necessarily like addictions or anything like that, but everybody's situation is different, so take that as it resonates even. But one of the things on here literally is hopelessness, and we did see a card about, keeping your faith and hope alive when it comes to whatever your dreams are. So, you might have been just feeling a sense of hopelessness and a lot of overthinking and, really maybe beating yourself up because you haven't seen things happen the way that you've been wanting them to happen. But there is about to be a shift and a change happening. So we're going to look deeper into that. Hey, how are you, Queen? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, Spirit. So what's going on for the collective energy at this time when it comes to this energy we're seeing here for the new moon in Aquarius? What's the overall energy here, or the current energy? Thank you. So a lot of you guys have just been trying to learn to be patient, right? We got the Three of Wands here, kind of just waiting for your ships to sail in. But the thing is, sometimes when you're just waiting and nothing's changing, and you don't see anything happening the way that you want it to happen when you want it to happen, it makes it really hard to have, like that strong sense of belief. Like you want to keep the hope and faith alive, but it makes it difficult, right? So there's just a lot of like planning that's been happening and just waiting and hoping that, things kind of happen the way that you want them to. And, there's, you guys have also been trying to kind of go towards your abundance. We have the Queen of Pentacles here. So just kind of, again, we have that sense of abundance here more than once too. So there's definitely people trying to get more in tune with like their financial stability and their career and things of that nature. So, really making plans and, I just heard bird's eye view. So like you guys are kind of like trying to look at things from new perspectives, trying to see like what can you do to change where you're going, change the narrative a bit where you've been seeing things not really going the way that you've been wanting it to. You guys are trying to take charge with authority, the Emperor here on the top of the deck. So it's like we saw that energy too, taking charge. A lot of Aries energy in this reading. Some of you might have Aries in your chart or just fire in your chart somewhere, but yeah, I'm picking up on that vibe as well. Really trying to, continue standing up for yourself and what you believe in, what you want, really fighting for it. So that's the energy that we're kind of in currently. What did you say? I'm good too. I had a nice day. I woke up early and did a little bit of cleaning around the house, and I took a really bomb ass nap, which I really needed. And then I made myself dinner, made myself some Cajun salmon with broccoli and smashed red potatoes and Parmesan and garlic. It was delicious. And then, I got grounded and did a little bit of meditation before I started this reading. So I'm feeling pretty good right now. I hope that you said that you're well as well, so that makes me very happy to hear. All right, Spirit. So, what is the collective going to be working on manifesting at this time? What's the collective going to be working on manifesting at this time? I feel like you guys are manifesting trying to get past a period of disappointments when it comes to wasting your time on something that no longer serves you. A lot of you, I do feel like it has to do with like a career, or a job. Um, like I said, there's a lot of hope lost because of whatever this was. And I'm seeing a lot of this energy of, things not being set in stone. And then there's like this period of time that, has gone by where, there's a lot of disappointments, and now things are about to come to an end with that stuff. And now we're welcoming the new stuff in. So it's like, it's giving me that, there was like I said, a lot of time and effort. I don't want to use the word wasted, but just I'll say invested poorly, right? And it happens, right? We put time and energy into relationships or people or work related stuff, career choices, so on and so forth. We put our time and effort into the things that maybe we shouldn't, or that no longer serve us, and then we feel disappointed about it later. So I feel like you guys are trying to just manifest, how do you get out of that energy. We have the High Priestess here on the bottom of the deck. I feel like there were some lessons that had to be learned. You guys are very intuitive, so you're taking that inner knowledge and you're figuring out ways to take what you've learned and in a way kind of manifest and transmute that energy. What we got here? Yeah, you guys are trying to manifest abundance. Ten of Pentacles on the top of the deck. Really have your eyes set on the prize when it comes to your abundance. I'm getting a lot of career driven stuff here. I'm not picking up on love at all. So I'm picking up mostly on career. Yeah, you're also learning how to, or manifesting, we have the moon here in the middle of the deck. I feel like, perhaps you guys are trying to, release. I mean, I'm asking about manifestations, but I think a part of the manifestation is what you have to release too, right? Which we'll get like deeper into that as well. Um, you're also in the process of trying to work on like insecurities and stuff that might have been holding you back when it comes to putting yourself fully out there, when it comes to whatever it is that you're trying to plan for now, um, especially if it comes to career and finance. So what is the collective working on releasing at this time? What's the collective working on releasing at this time? There's the most accurate message. Thank you. Temperance. So we have the Temperance here. I feel like you guys are working on releasing anything that keeps you out of balance, because the Temperance is about balance and peace and harmony. It's also about patience. I also think that some of you guys are learning how to not, how can I put it? You're letting go of attachment to results. Sometimes we get so caught up on the idea that everything has to happen a certain way at a certain time. If not, then that means I'm not successful at X, Y, and Z. And that's not necessarily the case. Sometimes there's just some things that have to be lined up a certain way before it can work out, in your favor. God's sometimes rejection is God's protection. So, when the time just simply isn't right, we have to understand that, we have to kind of release this, emphasis on wanting everything right now, instant gratification and things along those lines. So again, releasing anything that's keeping you out of balance and out of, feeling harmonious within yourself, but also, letting go of that attachment to results and understanding that divine timing is in order here. Everything's meant to happen when it's supposed to happen, in divine order and in divine timing. I think you guys are working on really understanding that and internalizing that. What we got at the bottom of the deck? We have Page of Cups here. This could be a very specific message for some, so take this as it resonates. Some of this attachment, because I keep picking up on that, attachment to results might stem from childhood. Maybe growing up, your parents were very hard on you when it came to like your grades and stuff like that. You had to be perfect all the time, that kind of thing. And you couldn't really speak up for yourself, because we saw that energy earlier in the reading too. When I start burping, I know. So perhaps you guys are, again, learning how to use your voice more and be vocal and say, okay, well, this is what I want. Fuck what you want. This is about me. This is my life. I just heard, No Doubt, it's my life. Don't you forget. And it's like, this is a time to really focus on, finding that sense of balance within yourself and not worrying about what other people think. Sometimes we allow ourselves to, you know, let people almost like dictate what we're doing with our own lives, and we forget that it's not about everybody else. At the end of the day, you have to live with yourself every day. If you're not able to say I'm happy with the things that I'm doing, the changes I'm making in my life, so on and so forth, the decisions I'm making for myself, then what good is it? You know what I mean? What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. But yeah, seriously, it's like, I can kind of relate. I made a lot of choices back, in my teenage years to, help family and stuff like that. I stayed here in, Connecticut, when I went to college the first time, because I wanted to be close to home and help my mom and things like that with my brothers. And I'm not blaming my mom for anything, but I'm just simply saying that, some of my, you know, attachment to, you know, wanting to be perfect or wanting to do things for other people stem from that. I'm just using myself as an example. So some of you might have a similar story to that. So just, take that message as it resonates, because everybody's situation is going to be different. Um, I also feel like, if you guys were having a hard time with being confident in yourself when it comes to the things that you want to work towards, there's a time to really gain a sense of confidence within yourself. See the Queen of Wands here on the top of the deck. So, a lot of fire energy in this reading. I'm not sure if any of you are fire signs or have it in your chart, but I'm seeing a lot of that energy here. It could just be the energy you're in. You're just feeling really fired up about what it is that you want, and there's a lot of passion there, and you're going after it, or you want to at least. Um, so yeah, finding that sense of confidence within yourself too is important as well. Yeah, so this is a time, yeah, you got the Four of Pentacles here in the middle of the deck. So these are the things, like I said, being released, right? Things that you've held on to very, very tightly for a very long time, and now you're letting those things go. As you work into, you know, molding and shaping yourself into the person that you know that you want to be, who you desire to be, so that you could go towards what it is that you want. You're following your North Node, you're following where you're being guided internally. That internal compass of, what you feel like you have a soul calling and you want to go towards it. I'm all for it. All right, so what's the basis of this? And if you guys are resonating, send some hearts or communicate with me in the comment section or amongst yourselves. I always like that. Some likes and shares are also well appreciated. If you're new to the channel, like, share, and subscribe, all that good stuff. Grateful for you guys, and again, hope that this message is helping and that you're resonating so far. So what's the basis of this for the collective? The foundation. Thank you. Yeah, again, we see this energy a second time, technically a third time. That abundant mindset, that Queen of Pentacles, being practical, knowing that you want to have security. You want to get that bag right, and I'm all for it. You have I just heard master plan. Like, you have this master plan of what it is that you want. Now it's just a matter of planning a little bit more and implementing. But again, we go back to that devil energy, right? It's like, this is what you want, but then you also have the doubts, the self-doubts, and the self-delusions that might be holding you back from whatever it is that you're trying to work towards. So just be mindful of that. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. There's fear here. The Fool is in the reverse on the top of the deck. So that's confirmation of what I just said. This is definitely fear-based, and it's all up here. So, understand that a lot of times, that fear it's not real. It's all make-believe. It's all in your head. Now I'm not saying don't be practical and have a practical idea and solution to things. That's important too. You can't just go, all willy-nilly into just every little thing. You got to plan accordingly, right? That's why the first card out for the tarot portion was the Three of Wands. That's about foresight. That's about planning, looking ahead. And earlier I heard the term bird's eye view, looking, from, a new perspective at everything, within your circumstances and situation, and figuring out, the moving pieces and moving parts. I just heard play chess, not checkers. Really being strategic here. Tell us more. What is the likely outcome here? And then we'll pull a few more oracle cards and we'll close out. Two. All right, so goes right back to what we were seeing earlier. I'll just show you guys. So these cards that came out together earlier. Have faith in your dreams. It was technically in the reverse. And it came out with the end of a tough cycle approaches. This was earlier in the reading for those of you who didn't get to see that part. And I was saying how, again, you guys might have started to lose a sense of hope when it came to whatever it is that you wanted. Now we have here, the likely outcome is Five of Cups, but I don't think that's saying that that's what's going to happen. Like you're going to be sad and, and despair and shit. I don't think that's what it is. I think that you're going to be overcoming that. Because it came out with the Emperor. So we got Aries energy here several times at this point in this reading. You guys are taking charge with authority over your life and saying, I'm going to leave all the doubts and the sadness and all that stuff behind, the disappointments, all of that stuff. I'm throwing it out the window and I'm starting from scratch and I'm going after what I want. Look at that, starting from scratch. Ace of Wands, passionate new beginnings. We saw that energy earlier in the reading as well. Wow. How's that for coming back full circle? So yeah, this is what's going on. And it's gonna be balanced out. You're gonna have Six of Pentacles here, really feeling a sense of balance again, right? Generosity, equal give and take within connections and relationships. And like if this is work related or career based stuff we're talking about here, which for a lot of you I feel like it will be, I'm feeling like, you're gonna be in this place of feeling like, the work that you're putting into something, you're gonna get whatever it is that you deserve back. It's not gonna be this one-sided situation where you're putting all this effort and energy into something and it comes to be nothing. Nothing comes into fruition. It's just, always like so one-sided. You ever worked a job where like you bend over backwards for these fucking people and you don't get raises and things like that? That's the type of shit that I'm talking about. So it's like you guys are like, I'm putting all that behind me. I'm going after what I want because I know my worth and I know that I'm gonna stand on business when it comes to what I want. That's what I'm picking up on. Middle of the deck we have walking away from anything that no longer serves you. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation again. This is about endings. Eight of Cups, walking away from those things that no longer serve you, walking away from bullshit jobs or business partners and things like that. And for some of you, it could be about relationships. I'm not really picking up on love too much, but everybody's situation is different. So of course, take it all as it resonates, but I'm picking up mostly on career. So with that said, I'm definitely picking up a lot on career and finance. So I'm going to pull from the career and life deck because I feel like that's kind of what's going on here for a lot of y'all. And then on the bottom of the deck, before I even shuffle or anything, we have star power. You need engaging work that will let your talent shine. You are a natural actor and influencer. You attract fame and fortune. I just said a lot of you guys I think are going to start being in the limelight some kind of way, utilizing your voice more. So I'm going to shuffle a few times and then we'll just pick a few cards from here. And then I'll pick some energy cards and then some affirmations to close out. Don't want to make this too long. My nose is getting itchy. Probably gonna sneeze in a little while, which is also a sign. All right, so we have Frozen. There may be a hiring freeze or no work now. Being aloof can leave you out in the cold. A warm follow-up gets you in the door. So perhaps, there might have been opportunities, and that makes sense because the first card that came out was nothing is set in stone yet. So it's giving me that energy, right? It's like, you know, there might have been something like a time where you applied for a job or something like that. We're about to work on a certain opportunity, and for some reason it just didn't work out, and you're like, damn, what the fuck? You know, you really might have had high hopes about it. It wouldn't be a bad idea in some cases for some of you, you know, take it as it resonates, but some of you might actually benefit from revisiting certain old things that you still have interest in, you know. Let's get like 3 or 4 messages from here. Okay. We have ending. You may leave a position or be terminated. However, there's always a new opportunity ahead. You may change careers entirely. Well, there you go. And I think this ending, you know, I don't think you're going to get fired, but I think it's more so you guys are going to make the conscious effort and decision to say, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. I feel like you guys are just, you know, that you're fed up, and it's like, you know, you have these plans and you're gonna, you know, move accordingly. I definitely get it, for sure. Yeah, I'm getting like set your sights higher, you know. You have, like it, 2 different cards here. Innovation. You will need to come up with new strategies to keep your plans in motion. Old ways are outdated. Invent, create, and test ideas. Along with new life. You get a fresh start. Sorry, you may get a fresh start or be called to bring a new perspective to an old job. You may also get a tempting job offer or a new place. More confirmation. Right? It's very new energy. Let's get 2 more. I will say congratulations in advance with whatever you guys have planned here or are going to be working on, because this is looking very fruitful. Protection. You are being protected from deceit and from situations that no longer serve you. Lie low for a while and you will be shown the truth. Remember we saw that High Priestess card earlier, and I said something about there might be some type of secrets or something and you've been having to use your intuition about it. I would say some confirmation. So your intuition is on point about something. Follow that. Let's get 1 more from this deck. Thank you. On the table. Time to put your demands, what I was talking about being vocal. Here we go, more confirmation. Time to put your demands on the table and get serious about what you want. Ask for a raise, a promotion, or a step up. That's why earlier in the reading I couldn't freaking talk. I was like, why am I like stumbling all over my words? I was like, my throat chakra's doing some weird shit. Now you see why. Bottom of the deck we have fast changes. You'll be leaving a job suddenly or getting a new one very quickly, or your work may change drastically in a short time. Go with the flow. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Top of the deck we have guidance. Divine forward. Remember I said this is being divinely orchestrated. Divine forces are showing you the way to go. You are discovering another piece of your destiny and purpose in life. Wow, I even used some of these words. Oh my goodness. I act like I'm shocked when this shit happens. Like earlier I was doing a reading on myself and I said, I guarantee you such and such card is going to come out, and that card came just flying out right after I said it. I think it was the moon or something. I was like, oh gosh, I am so good. A little too good sometimes. Little pat in the back, you know. And then middle of the deck we have perspective, which goes back to what I was saying about seeing things from a different perspective, a new angle, right? That bird's eye view I was talking about when it comes to planning things accordingly. If you change the way you look at things, you can see everything in a brand new light that will help you get where you want to be. That's here in the middle of the deck. I can dig it. I can dig it. All right, so now we're going to pull from the energy deck, and then after the energy deck, we'll do some abundance affirmations, and that will be the end of the reading. So again, I hope that you guys are resonating or find this helpful. send some reactions or hit that like button. It would be greatly appreciated. All that good stuff. Always appreciate y'all. If you're new to the channel, I would greatly appreciate if you subscribed. All right. One more shuffle will be good. Okay. Man holding a heart. So some of y'all might have love also coming in. You might. You might. That's like the King of Cups energy. I'm pretty sure most of the people who are watching are women. So maybe some love coming in. I like it. I like it. Rest and rejuvenation. So really focus on taking care of your physical vessel at this time. That's very important. Getting grounded, right? Meditation I'm picking up on for some. And even if you're not into meditation, you know, just taking time to do something you enjoy. You know, it's been nice days here up north, you know, like in Connecticut. The past couple of days have been pretty warm. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Global warming. But you know, spending time outside would be good for some, depending on the weather. You know, make your home your sanctuary, you know, light candles, have, you know, your aromatherapy going on. Nice dim lighting, you know, things like that. Plants, whatever, you know, works for you. One thing for me that works is music. That's like my go-to for everything. Nice restful music. Binaural beats, I'm getting that too for some. Man holding a heart is here again, but now it's in the main spread. So I'm also picking up on maybe you guys had to do some healing before you could let love back into your life. Maybe you guys are, you know, releasing those old heartaches and pains that, you know, might have held you back from, you know, putting yourself out there in terms of dating again. Angel of Strength. So it's like the equivalent of the Strength card. So, hello. Hope you're well. Welcome. Yes, we have the Angel of Strength here. So you guys are, you know, there's a great sense of resilience and strength and confidence and whatnot when it comes to moving forward in your life after a period of resting and just working on yourself. I'm also picking up on a new sense of confidence that you might not have had before. Some of you might have Leo in your chart. Nice. Third chakra, Archangel Camiel is here. Hey, I'm from the New York area. I'm from Connecticut, but I'm like right on the line. So sometimes I say New York because people don't really know about Connecticut too much. But yeah, I'm here in the States. Welcome from here in the States to you in India. I hope you're well. Yeah, so this is all about the solar plexus, right? This is about willpower, and it's interesting because that strength card is about willpower as well. That willpower, that fire in your belly to really go after what it is that you want and what you want to pursue. It's becoming a lot more lit up right now in order to go into these new aspects of your life here. I'm liking what I see here a lot. Let's get one more from this deck. It could also be saying if there's an imbalance for you when it comes to your solar plexus, that, you know, you might be able to help work on that through meditation. Take that part as it resonates, though. We got man holding a coin. So for some of y'all might have a choice when it comes to a man. Okay, that or the same person is holding that same energy. These guys kind of look the same to me. It could also just be, oh, and the thinking man. Whoa, what is going on here? guys are going to have choices. Adjacent possibilities. You're going to have choices when it comes to who you date. Oh, snap. Got the thinking man here. So that's the King of Swords. Then you got the man holding the coin, which is like the King of Pentacles. Then you got the man holding the heart, which is like the King of Cups. Like, y'all got options here, honey. Okay, I see y'all. That's probably why I'm saying that, you know, you have to follow your intuition. You got willpower, right? You know, follow where you're being guided. Make sure you don't make silly decisions and, you know, fail the test if it's a test from the universe, because that does happen. You know, sometimes we say we want something and the universe is going to test your ass to see if you're ready for it. Make sure that you're, like I said, that you're ready and that you have learned the lessons that you needed to learn. Are you going to go back to, are you going to get hit with the okie doke and go back to your old ways of thinking or doing things? Be very mindful. Use myself as an example. I've been getting warnings for a little while now that one of my crazy exes are about to try to come back and trying to sweep me off my feet. And I'm going to have to be smart enough to know that, you know, he's just running game. And I'm going to have to run away from that situation. So take it as it resonates. Just saying. Excuse me. And hostility. So, you know, there might be some competition. You know, there might be some guys willing to fight for you. So that's very interesting. I think I'll just get one more from this deck. Just one more. That's interesting. That's interesting. Because that's some different energy right there. That's why I like to pull from different cards just to see, or decks rather, to see, you know, what else might show up. Thank you. We have a match on the table though. Woman holding a heart. There is a match here. So yes, this is going to be a test. There might be someone from like your past that you already severed ties with, and then some other new energy coming towards you, and you're going to have to be wise enough to know which one is the right one for you. Take that part as it resonates, because not everybody's going to be dating, but for those of you who are, you're going to have to, yeah. For some of you, take this as it resonates as well. Some of you might have actually gotten a divorce from somebody, or you know, or in a higher level of commitment with someone, and it's over. And I'm saying that because the thinking woman is on the bottom of the deck. So you might have dealt with a karmic, was very like manipulative mentally and stuff like that, who you severed ties with and moved on from, and now, you know, you've been working on yourself and resting, you've been healing, and now, you know, you're ready for, you know, to welcome love back into your life. And there is a match here. However, be cautious, because somebody might try to use money as a thing to kind of reel you in. Someone might use like the past against you as well to try to get you back. So just be cautious and cognizant of that, because you do not, I repeat, you do not want to get hit with okie doke. Someone might leave you in financial constraints. Remember, when you take on a person who's like a karmic, or, you know, who has a lot of karmic debt, their debts become your debts. You cannot fix anybody else's debt. Do not try it. I've been there, done that nonsense. And guess what? You'll end up having to deal with their shit. And that's going to put you in a place of lack. And you don't want to go there. You don't want to go back to that. If you ever had to deal with that before, you don't want to do that. So just be mindful. Because again, we have adjacent possibilities. So that's a very specific message, I think. So just take that part as it resonates. But definitely some of that type of energy showing up. So just be very, very mindful. All right, so now we're going to read from the Divine Abundance deck. We're going to get some last words of affirmation and whatnot from here. And then that will be the end of the reading. Again, I hope that it's been resonating. I'm enjoying the fact that you guys have been communicating in the comment section, leaving some likes and reactions. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Like I said, I do hope that this has been helpful. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Trying to build this page up slowly but surely. Divine timing, like we said earlier, right? We have receiving here on the bottom of the deck. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan, and to trust my inner guidance. So again, we talked about this earlier. You're being divinely guided to do this. You're about to really receive the fruit of your labor. Is coming through. You know, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, has been seeing all this hard work and tenacity. And they're going to definitely reward you for it, because you've done the work. So this is very beautiful energy here. So let's get 3 or 4 messages to close out. Thank you. Delusion. I talked about delusions earlier. Intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. Yeah, you can have all the intentions you want, but if you don't kind of let go and let God or the universe, whatever you believe in, you know, it could cause you to get stuck, and that could cause some of your own delusions. You have to understand how manifestation works, you know. And a lot of it does have to do with surrendering. Yes, there's some action that has to take place too, and planning and all that, but a lot of it is just surrendering and letting go of control, so that you show that you trust and you're willing and able to, you know, accept whatever the divine has in order for you. So we have delusion here. Let's get maybe 2 more. Right now, right here, right now. Stay in the present and don't get too far ahead of the flow. You'll soon trust that nothing more will come than can be handled at each moment. So understand that, you know, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, will not give you more than what you can handle. You know, just accept things as they are for the time being. And again, the things you can work on and control, go ahead and go for it. But for the things that you can't, understand that, you know, you just have to just kind of leave it up to the divine to handle the rest for you. One more from this deck, and then we'll be closing out. Where did it go? Almost slid under the couch. Karma. There's nothing from a past. Wow. Interesting. There's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. Very, very interesting. So remember I was talking about like karmic lessons and things like that. There you go. More confirmation. Things that were carried over with you from past lifetimes and things of that nature that you've been having to clear out those debts with. I think that was something we saw earlier. Very, very early in the reading. Karmic debt, yeah. Releasing past lifetimes. So yeah, some stuff does stem from past lifetimes as well, if you believe in that kind of thing. I do. Bottom of the deck we have outrageous openness. Dear love, open me to your will. Release. So yeah, I don't have my glasses on. Sorry. I was like, I'm looking at the semicolon. I'm like, what the heck does that say? That said Willie. I'm like, what? Sorry. Let me read it over. Dear love, open me to your will. Release me from my attachments. Surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what's needed, and I am open to receive. Wow. Holy shit. You can't make this stuff up if you wanted to. It's like all coming back full circle. It lets us know that we really are on the right path here, and everything that we've been seeing here is what needed to be seen. Top of the deck, we have divine flow. Eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others. To follow the Tao, the divine flow at all costs. So again, this is a time to just be in this flow-like state, right? And just allow things to happen when it's meant to happen. You know, don't force anything. The things you can control it. The things you can't, go with the flow. I just heard universal law. I heard universal flow. Middle of the deck, we have invite help. Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God, pursue me. Accept divine help, right? Know that you can't do everything by yourself, and that's where surrendering comes in. You know, we sometimes, as humans here in this world, we're so quick to think that we can control everything. We can't. You know, it's impossible. So sometimes you have to know when to let go and let God or whatever you believe in. So with all that said, I thank you guys very, very much from the bottom of my heart. For your support. I love you guys so very much. Thank you for tuning in and sticking around for the whole thing. I really appreciate y'all, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your weekend and the rest of your evening. You know, so we'll tap in again soon and see what we're gonna look into next. I don't know, you know, it could be about love, it could be about you know, anything. Whatever we're guided to look into, that's what we'll look into. So like I said, for those of you who haven't done so already, please subscribe, greatly appreciate it. And hit the notification bell too, so that way you could be informed of when I go live and things like that. I've been doing a lot of live readings lately, so I want to keep that momentum going. But so until next time, bye.